What is happening, guys? Kadi Plays here, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing the weekly meta report for the week of October 17th through October 23rd, 2022. So, as always, this video is going to cover all the tournaments that happened during that time period for this past week in Master Duel. And, yeah, without further ado, let's jump right on. We got some really interesting tournaments to look at today. The first one is the DMC Meta Weekly number 35. Hosted by DLE as always. We had 89 participants, single elimination bracket, one deck, best of 3. Top 16 breakdown, we had 3 Swordsoul Tenyis, 2 Adventure Phantom Knights, 2 branded Despia, 2 Dragon Links, 1 8-axis blind going second, 1 Cyber Dragon, this is a branded Cyber Dragon, 1 Eldlich, I think that also might be a branded Eldlich, but I might be mistaken, 1 Madolche, 1 Pendulum Edition, 1 Salamangreat, and 1 Spyral. So the first place winning deck was mine. I was fortunate enough to win this tournament. I played Dragon Link, which has been what I've been playing for a while now. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about the deck. It's kind of just the same deck I've been playing. I just made a few changes to it. I will note that I added a second Rocket Synchron. I cut the Brotar, and I cut the second Nocto for Brotar, and then I cut the Brotar for Rocket Synchron. Because I wanted more starters that were more accessible off like quick launch, stuff like that. So this dubs is like a starter and extender, and like really good follow-up. So that was my reasoning behind that. But other than that, like nothing too crazy here. I made a handful of misplays in the tournament, honestly, because of the new timer. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The new timer in Master Duel, we lost like 100 seconds or something like that to make our plays. And it really affected me playing a deck like this, which in Dragon Link, there's like a lot of different lines you can play. It's not necessarily like a hard deck. I think it's the hardest deck in the current meta. Like that's like top tier. But it's not like necessarily hard to play. It just has a lot of different options it can go with. And having like a full like 100 seconds less or whatever it exactly is was really difficult for me. And I've since adapted to it. But during this tournament, I was really struggling to get my plays in time. But despite that, the deck carried me. I was able to get a win. And yeah, there's going to be another one on my list on here, and I will talk about some of the changes I made from this list to that list. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Second place was a Phantom Knights. So this is I think Phantom Knight might be a bit of a disrespectful term for this deck. This is DPE Scythe Lock Turbo. Basically, that's what it does going first. Yeah, the whole idea is like you just set up DPE and Scythe. But yeah, with Phantom Knights, with us having now a third Torn Scales, this deck is a lot better. Obviously, it's a lot more consistent. You're going to see this more consistently. You're going to have access to your Cherubini more consistently because you have a better rank 3 engine, so on and so forth. So he's playing the Speedroid stuff. It's kind of interesting. He is playing the DPE stuff. I've said this a lot. I don't love the DPE stuff in this deck. I do like the Scythe stuff, but I don't like the DPE stuff. But yeah, I'm also working on Phantom Knight list, so maybe I'll get that out soon. He's also playing the Droplet. Makes sense in a deck like this. Yeah, nothing too unique, I don't think, for a deck like this. Top 4, we got Salamangreat. Droll's in the main board. This is really, really popular right now. Droll's a really good card in the current format. It hits Flunder. It hits Despia decently. It hits Dragon Link really hard. Overall, it just hits a lot of decks. So Droll's really good. But yeah, nothing too crazy in this list, I don't think. It's a common theme. We're only seeing one of the traps. Rage is not being played very much. Yeah, okay. No Crossout. Well, that's weird. But Appaloosa, that's kind of interesting. I don't think that's really played too commonly in this deck, but yeah, interesting. Top 4, Swordsoul. Yeah, we got 2 long ends here because this is now at 2. Shithana, Circles, 2 Blackouts. It makes sense. I was talking about that in the update video. We might start seeing more Blackouts or more Protos being played, so you consistently see them more. So I'm not surprised by that. Dragite, yeah, nothing too crazy. And we got a top 8. This is like a Chaos, Dragon Link, Phantom Knight, Orcust, just jumble. It's a pile deck. It's really, really cool. I was actually looking at something like this. Funny enough, when Hardport came to 2, I was looking at playing a Phantom Knight or a 60-card Phantom Knight Orcust deck with like grass and stuff like that. But this guy actually did it and played in a tournament, and he did good with it. I might try this deck again after seeing this. It's really cool. He's got the punk stuff in there. This is only going to get better when we get Deer Note. For those of you who don't know, Deer Note, I think that's how you spell it. No, Deer Note. So this card's absolutely insane. It's a level 5 effect warrior monster, Earth. It's a punk card. It's really, really good. You can reveal one other punk monster in your hand, special summon this, either the revealed monster or this card, then send the other card to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one punk monster in your graveyard, except a level 5 monster, special summon it, and you also can't special summon Deer Note for the rest of the turn. You can only use each effect once per turn. So basically, if you don't know like why that card's so good, is you like summon Xiamen, whether you Eteliate out or normal summon it, and then you Xiamen effect, pay 600 to add the Foxy Tune from your deck to your hand. Then Foxy Tune's effect, you can send this and another card from your hand to the graveyard to summon out the Deer Note from your deck, which is a level 5. You then synchro with the Xiamen and the Deer Note into a Chaos Ruler. Mill 5, Chainlink 1 Chaos Ruler, Chainlink 2 Deer Note to summon back out the Foxy Tune. So then you mill 5, and then you add one to your hand off of the Chaos Ruler, and then you can overlay into a Ding, or overlay into a Zombie Vampire, like whatever it might be. It was a lot better with Haye Fibrax, but like in the TCG and OCG, I think the OCG played it some, I don't know how much, but in the TCG it was really popular, where you go into Chaos Ruler, and then you'd summon back out the Xiamen from the graveyard off the Deer Note, and then link off into Haye Fibrax. And you could do a lot of crazy plays that way. But we don't have Haye, but I still think when Deer Note comes out, that's going to be really popular. But it's also me going on a tangent about a card that's not even in the game, so sorry about that. But anyways, this deck is super interesting. It's really, really cool. Shout out to Justinian for playing with it. I love seeing stuff like this. Then we got top 8 Phantom Knights. I played this guy in top 8. I should say, okay, so I played this guy in top 8. I played this in top 4. And then obviously I played against this in the finals. But this is not a tournament report for me. This is just a tournament report in general. But yeah, this is the Phantom Knights. He's got the danger stuff. It's kind of interesting. He's playing Malleys instead of Dasher. This is just adding more bricks in my opinion, but it worked for him. One Imperm, that's a little weird. Imperm really kind of conflicts with these. With this. You can't have traps in the graveyard for this. So I'm surprised he's playing Imperm, but yep. Okay, nice. Moving on. Actually doesn't look too crazy. Top 8 Swordsoul with Drolls in the main board. Again, this is getting really popular. Droll's really good. He's also playing Red Reboot in the main deck. Kind of crazy. Playing the White Aura Whale. This is really the substitute for Dragite. You're either playing this or Dragite right now, it seems like. That's a pretty cool card. Then we got top 8 Spyral. This is Phantom Knight Spyral. Okay, that makes sense. You can go Rusty pretty easily in a deck like this. Yeah, and you can just, get the Shade. And then just extend further from there. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's also like enables like a little bit of a rank 4 engine, I think it's going for. Yeah, he's going for Rongo. That's crazy. Okay, nice. Top 16, got Pendulum Edition. This is what I played against in top 16. He's only playing 3 hand traps. That's wild to me. I can't imagine a world where you're playing 3 hand traps and they're not max C. But, it's working. I know this deck has got a really big engine, and you can't really fit too many hand traps in there, but he and I were talking about this, and he said he's either going to play Ash or Shifter in this deck, because Shifter can be recycled by the Time Star Magician, but I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to play Maxi. Like, Maxi is way too good not to play. It's like the best card that's ever been printed. It's absolutely insane. Then we got another Swordsoul deck here in top 16. Nothing crazy. Harpies in the main board makes sense. We're in a non-side deck event. Vessels over Circles. It's kind of an interesting choice in the current format, but that works. Okay. 2 Supremes. So 2 Chinyings, no Dragite, and then he's also playing the Geomath mech. What's he cut here? Am I crazy? What is not being played? What is not being played? Oh, he's not playing the Chowfang. Okay, so he's not playing Chowfang, he's not playing Dragite or the Whale. That's crazy. Okay. Then we got a branded Cyber Dragon here. This is pretty cool. This deck it's not that bad, honestly. It works. It can win for sure. He's playing Winda? What? Oh yeah, he's playing the Beast. I'm really shocked people are playing the Beast. If you're gonna play a Shaddoll, I kind of assumed people would play Dragon in a non-side deck tournament, so you can just at least pop back row. But the Beast is really cool. I mean, it gives you a free draw, but I'm surprised in a non-side deck tournament you're going with this and not the Dragon. Especially when you're playing like Lightning Storm, so you're already kind of prepared for back row. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But interesting. This is an interesting deck. I think it's a cool deck. Definitely recommend trying it out if you haven't already. Then we got more of a standard Despia deck here in top 16. It's got some hand traps in it. I got 6, 7, 8, 9 hand traps, I want to say, unless I'm miscounting there. Yeah, 9 hand traps. 11 going second cards. No cross out. You're playing Maxi and Ash, no cross out? That's wild. No way. You're not even playing just 40. That's crazy. Okay. 3 Albions. It's getting more popular. And then I think this might be the... No, it's not the last deck. Okay, then we got a top 16, 8 Axes blind second here. Oh, he's going for Crooked Cook, isn't he? Yep, going for Crooked Cook. I don't even want to put this deck on screen. This is so toxic. I got Shifters, Maxis. This is for Crooked Cook, obviously. But he's not playing the Shark stuff. That's kind of weird. I feel like you'd play the Shark stuff if you're going for Crooked Cook. But anyways. Nice. Able to get top 16 with that. Then more of a... This is a non-hand trap Despia, really. It's only got 2 Maxis in the main board. The drop, he's going for the droplets, the super poly, stuff like that. Oh, he's playing Imperms too, so he's playing 4 hand traps. It's a little weird. I feel like this is a list where it can't make up its mind. Hey, do I want to play going second cards? Do I want to play hand traps? Or board breakers, I mean, not going second cards. Do I want to play board breakers? Do I want to play hand traps? But, it works. Even the combination still works. Only 2 patchworks. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, nice. We got a top 16 Madolche here. 6 hand traps, 9 hand traps, 12 going second cards. Okay, not bad. 12 going second cards, or 13 going second cards. Sorry, but you guys know how I feel. This is one of my teammates. So shout out Fictinium. You guys know how I feel about one of hand traps. I think it's so weird, but it works. It worked. So well played to him. Then we got a branded Eldlich here. Oh gosh. What a monstrosity, am I right? No, this deck is actually really cool. It's Eldlich, so it's toxic, but it's actually a really cool deck, this guy's playing Lava Golems in the main deck. He's playing hand traps. It's kind of wild. Playing the actual Despia stuff. It's pretty cool. Heavenly Dragon Lord, Heavenly Prison too. Usually I feel like this is not all played together, like all these different engines, but it worked. The Ballardrock, the Baller. This makes sense in a 9-side deck tournament, why you'd be playing this. Also, Zombie World plus Rivalry, it's still as good as it was, ever. It's still insane, so. Nice. Nice list, cool. And that's it. That's it for the top 16 of the DMC Meta Weekly number 35. Moving on here, we got the Haye Cup 34. This was 50 players, single elim, 1 deck, best of 1 before semifinals, and best of 3 for semifinals and finals. First place was the Despia deck. We got some hand trap Despia. We got 6 hand traps, 8 hand traps, some twins in the main board. Makes sense. It's the best of 1. Okay, cool. Nothing too crazy here. Nothing that really stands out that much. Playing the Striker. I talked about this last week. It's for the Albaz. Second place, we got a branded Eldlich, another branded Eldlich list. This one is playing some hand traps as well. Playing the branded package, not playing the Heavenly Prison guy. Playing some Floodgates, of course, the best cards in the game. No Zombie World in the main deck on 42 cards. Nice. Playing 3 Eldlich. Wow. Lots of branded fusions. Well, I guess you need them for the extravagance. Then we got a top 4 Pin Magician. This guy's playing Maxis and Ashes, so this is 5 hand traps in the main deck. The deck just can't play that many hand traps, but it blows my mind how you can play Ash Blossom over Maxi. Blows my mind. Okay, nothing too crazy here. Top 4 Phantom Knights. This might be the same list as he got second with over here. Sorry if this is terrible in your eyes. Going so fast. Nope, it's not the same list. He wasn't playing Bell here. So he's playing the... Wait, am I crazy? No, he wasn't playing Bell here. He's got the Bell here. So we got 3, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11 going second cards. Okay, nice. Still in the Destiny, the DP stuff. Not surprised. Extra deck looks pretty standard. Okay, that's it for top 4. The next tournament we got is the damage set Master Duel number 49. We had 48 players, single elim, one deck, 15 card side deck. I'm going to make a note about this tournament. It's really sad. I can't play in these anymore. They moved the date of them and the time of them to really, really early, like midday on a Wednesday. And sadly, I just can't play in these anymore. But for the breakdown, we had a lot of Despia enter, a lot of Swordsoul enter, and then just some, everything else. Kind of just middle of the pack. But lots of Swordsoul, lots of Despia. That's a very common theme. The winning deck was a completely just pure Eldlich, not pure Eldlich, pure Floodgates with the Eldlich. Well, okay, the Floodgate deck with Eldlich engine. Sorry, I need to fix my vocabulary. But yeah, this is basically the exact same deck that I threw together on the budget tier list. But yeah, this is just Eldlich for you. Lots of Floodgates, lots of trap cards. Pretty cool. Token collectors in the sideboard, stuff like that. Got a second place Madolche. Madolche's doing pretty good, it looks like, this week. They've been performing good. But it looks pretty standard for Madolche, nothing too crazy here. We then got a Swordsoul. 1 Blackout, 1 Protos, 2 Longyan, okay. Still sticking with that. Got some circles in the main board, love to see it. Crimson Blader, I like this a lot. A lot of people don't play it, but I don't know why. Alright, and we got a top 4 Despia. No hand traps in this Despia list. Playing the branded sword, I like this a lot. Are you playing multiples? Nope, you're only playing the 1 Albion, but still, I like it a lot. Yeah, I like this variant. I don't know if I'd play 41 with sword. I'd probably just play 40. But, he's also playing 3 Mercs. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess it makes some sense with the Allure and the Gold Sark, but that's still a lot of Merc carriers. But anyways, he got top 4 with it, so it worked. Obviously, the Zombie World stuff in the sideboard. He's playing the Starving Venom in the main and the Ash in the side. That's weird. I flip this personally because I'm not scared of Agnister in game 1. I feel like you can't be scared of Agnister game 1. It's not popular enough. But game 2 and 3, obviously, side for it. But anyways, shout out to him for getting top 4 with it. The next tournament we got is the DMC Meta Weekly number 36. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a note about this tournament. This is not that big of a deal, but sadly there was 2 humongous tournaments going on at the exact same time yesterday. So I'm recording this on Monday, I'm uploading on Monday, and on Sunday, which is when this tournament was hosted on the 23rd of October, is the same day that this tournament here was being hosted. The OTK Series number 8, which this was basically a $700 prize support tournament, and then the DMC Meta Weekly is just the $50 prize support tournament, which it gets hosted every week, so obviously it makes sense that it's lower. Like, DK also hosts like $1,000 tournaments like every once in a while, so I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying these 2 big tournaments were happening at the same time, so the player base was really split. So sadly, like myself, like basically my entire team, and a lot of other like really great players that I know were not able to play in this tournament. So, I'm not saying that this tournament's invalid or anything like that, because obviously it's still like a valid tournament. It still deserves your, respect and everything like that. But just take what you see with like maybe a little bit of a grain of salt, because it's like not a full representation of like the full metagame, I suppose. And you can even say the same thing about the next tournament I show you, because not everyone was playing in that. So, but despite that, we had 97 participants, single elim, 1 deck, best of 3. We had a top 16 breakdown here, 2 Despia, 2 Dragon Link, 2 Swordsoul, 1 Adamancipator, 1 Phantom Knights, 1 Triple D, 1 Heroes, 1 Live Twin, 1 Madolche, 1 Numeron, 1 Orcust, 1 Zombie World Eldlich, and 1 Zoodiac. It's good to see Zoodiac. That deck's been falling off. That's fallen off really hard, but glad to see it in the top 16. In the first place, we have a Evil Twin deck. So this is basically just Hand Trap Turbo. There's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 going second cards. Did I count that right? 3, 6, 12, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 going second cards. Oh my lord. That is absolutely insane. And they're all like 1 card well, these are both like 1 card combos. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, shout out to this guy for winning with it. I personally don't think this deck is that great, but it does what it does very well. Combos off 1 card nicely. It's very consistent. It can play a lot of hand traps. I'm surprised you're playing this over Droll. Droll seems to be like far superior in the current format, but Ogre's not bad either. But yeah, okay. Shout out this guy winning with Evil Twin. It's pretty cool. Then we got second place. We got an Orcust deck here. This also seems like it's got a lot of hand traps. We got 50 cards though, so it doesn't have that many hand traps comparatively speaking. This is like a Danger Orcust deck. Turbo's at DPE, it looks like. Yeah, what is it? Scythe Lock? Does it play Scythe? It does not Scythe Lock. Okay, cool. Oh, I like to see that. I like to see a deck not Scythe Lock that can. Okay, very cool. I love Orcust. I just wish it was a little bit better. But, you know, this guy's doing great with it. We got top 4 Despia deck. Only max C's as hand traps. Oh, and some Imperms. Oh, wait, this guy top before? Yeah, I think we saw this list before. It's the 2-2-2. It's just he can't make up his mind whether he wants to play hand traps or board breakers, and he's playing both. That's pretty cool. All right, nice. Top 4 Dragon Link. Nice, 60 card Dragon Link. This is not exactly the same as my list. He's playing Destrudo. He's playing 3 Chambers, 3 Tidying. I'm not saying my list is like, you know, I claim it or anything like that. I'm just saying like it's not the same as the list that I won with. He's playing Droplets. Droplets really good in this deck. I've been considering trying to fit it in, but haven't been able to make room. He's playing Triple Burst. That's different from me. I don't have room for this. I would like to play it if I had room, but I do not. Okay, nice. Very nice to see Dragon Link top. I love that deck. Then we got a Zoodiac in top 8. Lots of hand traps here. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 going second cards. Oh, sorry, 21 going second cards. That's Zoodiac for you. Surprised you're playing 41. Usually the deck plays 40, but that works. Surprised you don't just cut the Ghost Mourner for it. But yeah, Sky Striker stuff too. This has become more popular in the deck to give it actually multiple lines of play. Because without the Sky Striker stuff, or without like the Adventure stuff, it doesn't have any other lines of play other than just normal summon. So it loses really hard to like Despia in those situations. And this stuff makes the deck better into bad matchups. Then we got a top 8 Phantom Knights. Pretty standard here. We got the Danger stuff a little bit. This guy topped last week too. I think it might be the same list. Yep, playing the Imperm still. It's still kind of crazy you're playing the Imperm, but, you know, that works. Playing the Raiders Knight stuff. I don't know if he was playing this before, but I like this package. Swordsoul. 1 of hand traps. 1 Valor, 1 Bell, 1 Nib. You're killing me, man. 1 instant fusion. What? Magic-y Beast and whatever that thing is called. If this card is fusion summoned, you can add 1 Magic-y Meftia from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as a normal monster or Magic-y monster in your graveyard. Change it to defense position. If you do, it loses 1,000. What? Okay, so you're just playing this. You're only playing that to then go into Baguska. That's the only reason you're playing it. Okay, so it's just a level 4 extender. Okay, that's cool. Despia top 4. No hand traps except the 1 Imperm and the 1 Nib, sorry. Okay, no cross out obviously because you're not playing hand traps. Interesting. Moving on to top 16 here. We got a Triple D. Nothing looks too crazy here. Playing a Kaiju in the main board. Playing some hand traps. I'm not too versed on DDD, but this looks pretty standard. I know you're not playing the Rage thingy. Okay. Nice. You're not playing Lamia either. Wait, what? Why are you not playing Lamia? You're playing 2 Slimes, no Lamia? Again, I don't know the deck. Oh, this is a very interesting list. Sorry, I should have looked at all of it. You're playing the Yugioh. You're playing lots of fusions. Okay, yeah, this is not a standard DTD list, but I'm glad I was able to top. That's awesome. Then we got a branded Eldlich with the Zombie World stuff. Makes sense. A bunch of Floodgates. Nothing too crazy. We've seen this deck a lot. Then we got a Hero top 16. 50 card Hero playing Gores. Oh my god, I love that. I love Gores. This card was so much fun back in the day. It was also so terrifying. Playing the Honest Neos, the Kaiju, single Kaiju. Magic Cylinder, what is happening? This is awesome. This is like a Highlander format. It's like, okay, what one-ups can I play? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's awesome. Dude, that's so funny. That's awesome this topped, but That's so cool. Then we got a Swordsoul. This might have been the guy that got a free win off me, because I entered in this tournament just on the off chance like I got knocked out of the other tournament early enough. So I got like this guy. I don't know if it was this guy or not, but someone whose name was Anton or Antinony, or I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. He got a free win off my teammate in round 1 because my teammate DQ'd because he was in the other tournament, and then he got a free win off me in round 2 because I DQ'd because I didn't DQ, but I just gave him the win because I was like, I'm playing the other tournament, dude. Sadly I can't play. But yeah, anyways, top 16 Swordsoul here, nothing too crazy. This is a very standard list. It's very clean. Got the standard hand traps, playing lots of swords, lots of Tenyis, the big Tenyi engine. I'm surprised you're playing this much with the Shatana, but it works 3. Oh, it's a humongous Tenyi engine. That's crazy. But, you know, maybe you're going for more Tenyi stuff. Now the Swordsoul engines hit a little bit. I could see it. You're playing the Whale. And the Crimson Blader. Okay, so you're not playing Xiaofeng? Oh, no, you are playing Xiaofeng. Oh, you're only playing 2 monks. Gotcha. Then we got a Adamancipator deck. Glad to see this back. Got a little bit of a buff with the Roxy's coming back. Only playing 1 block dragon. That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. Playing Evenly's, Twin Twisters, Nemesis. I guess it makes sense. You can make Cupid Pitch in this deck pretty easy, can't you? Yep. That's pretty cool. Okay, maybe I should relook at that because I was not thinking about Cupid Pitch into Colossus. That's pretty cool. Then we got a Cakes Madolche in top 16. Got the Gammas. I like Gamma a lot. Pancratop, some more hand traps, some more going 7 cards. Only 1 maxi. That's wild, bro. I just don't understand it. Then we got a top 16 Dragon Link. Love to see it. Anything crazy here? This is exactly my main deck. This is the exact same main deck that I played. And when I won last week. That's awesome. I mean, I don't know if the guy like copied my list, quote unquote. I'm not saying he copied my list, and even if he did, like that's totally cool. I'm glad that my list worked, but that's awesome. So I'm glad to see like more of a consensus is kind of being agreed upon with the deck like this. Extra deck, no, the extra deck's not the same as mine. The extra deck is different. I was not playing Dill. I was playing, what was I playing? Zombie Vampire over him? Yep. He was playing Dill. I was playing Zombie Vampire. So that's cool. A little bit of a change there. Like to see it. I also like to see the fact that the main deck's the same. That's really cool. Top 16. Oh god, I got a Numeron. That's yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and skip over that one. No, I'm just kidding. Got red reboots in the main board, bunch of hand traps, not a bunch of hand traps, but some hand traps, a bunch of board breaker cards. That's wild. Magical Mallet. Oh my gosh, absolutely insane. All right, and then the last tournament, last but certainly not least, we got the OTK Series number 8. This was a huge tournament. Like I said, this was $600 plus $100 and some like USDC crypto thing. So this was a massive tournament, like a lot of prize support on the line. It was 82 players, single elim, 1 deck, 15 card side deck, best of 3. This was pre-banless format, so that's something important to note. So we did have like 3 Longyuns. I don't exactly know why they did that, but I think they just did it so no one could cheat and like play 3 Longyuns in the unlimited room or whatever it might be, because it's hard to tell. It's just hard to tell. So I understand why they would do something like this, but it's also kind of unfortunate we weren't playing like current format, even though it doesn't make that big of a difference. The first place was a Salamangreat. Lots of hand traps here. Obviously, the Drolls on the main board, these are brutal. Trust me, this is brutal. It beat me. Playing the Armored Bitron, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's pretty cool, though. But yeah, this list seems pretty straightforward, pretty standard. Nothing too wild except for the Bitron. No Apo this time. Yep, nice. Side deck, some token collectors cross out. Cross out on the side deck. What are you doing? That's crazy. Then second place was me. Dragon Links again. I lost to Droll in game 2 of the finals. I got 2 in the finals. It was at a really bad finals. Game 1, he went first. I Veilered his Gazelle. He basically passed on nothing. I proceeded to normal summon, link off into Striker. He Veilered my Striker. I activated Chaos Space, discard a Rocket Synchron. He ashed it. I went Grass, milled nothing. Literally no usable cards. I'm like 20 cards, basically all spells. It was terrible. And then I Desires into a Chamber Dragon Maid, which is a brick because I already normal summoned, and a Driver. And I got OTK'd. Game 2, I started to play. As soon as I searched once, he drolled me. and then I got OTK the next turn. So sad. Such a terrible way to lose, but yep. From last tournament to this tournament, I didn't make any changes to the main deck. I don't think I made any changes to the main deck. No, I didn't make any changes to the main deck, but I did make one change to the extra deck. I cut the Quad Boral for a Dill. The reason I did this was because Dill extends a lot better than Quad Boral does. Most of the time I found myself going into Quad Boral when I messed up. So like I'd make a mistake and I'd be like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to end on this and not this. So then I'll go like, okay, but I can fix it with Quad Boral. So I'll go into Quad Boral to fix it. I know that's not obviously Quad Boral's only applications. Quad Boral is really good for like breaking link boards, like popping link monsters and stuff like that. So there is applications for it. But overall, I thought the extension of Dill was better. And through like some testing with this card, I just kind of fell in love with it. So yeah, I decided to play this over Quad Boral. I did play Zombie Vampire still, but this card literally never came up. I'm considering cutting it. Honestly, I could have gone into this multiple times, but I never wanted to because I never wanted to give my opponent free cards in the graveyard for whatever reason. So I'm considering cutting this, but we will see as time goes on. If I cut this, it would probably either be for a triple burst or for a Quad Boral. Sideboard, I played 3 Drolls. 3 DD Crows, 3 Token Collectors, another Nib, stuff like that. Like, Droll was honestly the MVP. Like, Droll, I think, was the best card in the format right now. One of the best cards in the format, because this, like, hits almost every single deck. It's absolutely insane. But, anyways, this is not a deck profile for me. I just wanted to talk about my deck, talk about my thoughts. And then move on to top 4. We got a Swordsoul deck here. See, we have the 3 Longyans here. Kind of unfortunate, but 'tis what it is. Yep, this is pretty standard. Nothing too crazy here. See Droll and everyone's side deck. It's so good. Another Swordsoul top 4. Very standard. Basically the same deck. Just copy pasted. Drolls again. Everyone's playing Drolls. Then we got a top 4 Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc. Good to see this in top 4. I love this deck. It's really cool. 40 cards. Very standard. Good ratios. This looks pretty normal to me. I like to see it. The pot might be a little weird, but this deck can definitely play it. Yeah, nice. Very nice. Wait, what is he playing? He's playing the Avian, not the barrier statue. Siding the barrier statue. Okay. Siding the super ancient organism. Okay. Siding that over Harpy's Featherstorm. I respect it. Don't agree with it necessarily, but I respect it. Top 8 Adamancipator. Oh, I should probably say like what I played. I played against this guy in top 4, and I played against this guy in top 8. So Adamancipator Droll, he won a game because of Droll. Droll's dirty. This card's absolutely insane. Like, oh no, he didn't win because of Droll. He did lock me out of a game because of Droll, but I was able to win that game. He won a game because of Maxi. Game 1. But yeah, this deck's really good. This deck, I mean, it's very good overall. It's really good, very consistent. Excuse me. Side deck, just a bunch of hand traps, some 1-ofs. Kind of weird. I don't know why you play like all these 1-ofs in the sideboard, but it works. Top 8, we had a Swordsoul. Again, 3 Longyans. Kind of sad to see it, but it is what it is. 44 cards, a little bit heavier count. Oh, playing the Draco Masters. That's pretty cool. Don't really see that very often. Then we got another Swordsoul in top 8. This deck is just everywhere. It's absolutely insane. Got the Lina. Foolish Return. It's kind of crazy. That's for Despia, I would assume. But, yep, okay. Anyways, that is going to do it for the tournament breakdown. Really quickly, I'm just going to go over the first place, second place, top 4, top 8, and top 16 decks, and then we're going to get you out of here. This has been a very long video, so I apologize for that. But for the first place decks, we had a Dragon Link, a Despia, an Eldlich, an Evil Twin, and a Salad. For second place, we had a Phantom Knights, a branded Eldlich, Madolche, Orcust, and Dragon Link. Then for top 4, we had a Salad, 1 Salad, 4 Swordsouls, 1 Pendulum Magicians, 1 Phantom Knight, 2 Despias, and 1 Dragon Link. For top 8, we had 4 Swordsouls, 2 Phantom Knights, 1 Spyral, 1 Chaos Pile, 1 Despia, 1 Zoodiac, 1 Lyrilusc, and 1 Adamancipator. For top 16, we had 1 Triple D, 2 Branded Eldlich, 1 Hero, 2 Swordsouls, 1 Adamancipator, 2 Madolches, 1 Dragon Link, 1 Numeron, 1 Pendulum, 1 Branded Cyber Dragon, 2 Branded Despia, and 1 8-Axis OTK. But anyways, video's gone on way too long. I'm sorry for going so in-depth on some of this stuff, but I just really enjoy talking about these decks. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I will, of course, see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.